Okay, 3, 2, 1.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, OCCW proudly presents the Royal Ramble with Jonathan Malice and Freddie Flores.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to yet another exciting edition of the Royal Ramble, Orange County Championship Wrestling's premier podcast. With me this week as our guest co-host is the inimitable Freddie Flores, one half of the former tag team champions, also known as La Raza. Freddie, welcome aboard. Not glad to have you.
Well, not glad to have you indeed, John. Or do I mean Juan? First of all, Happy New Year. Thank you for mentioning me. And Joey the Bull sitting on the ones and twos over there, right?
Love the suit, brother. Love the suit.
Always looking good. And of course the tie. Flores 4.
Yeah, somewhere there's a car seat without a cover on it.
Oh, geez.
Anyway, not to change gears right away, but we wanted to take a moment to mention the passing of the great wrestling great Mean Gene Okerlund. One of my earliest memories of Mean Gene Okerlund was about a year before WrestleMania, when he first came to the WWF from the AWA, and not only did he wasn't just the stick man for Hulk Hogan, but he would actually do wrestling commentary as the matches were going on. So our condolences to Mean Gene's friends and family, fans, the worldwide. Freddie.
Absolutely. Mean Gene, one of the best guys on the mic, if not the best person I've ever seen. Freddie Flores. Again, apologizes to everybody that's been affected. Saw a beautiful tribute video. Again, it's just one of those things that has to happen over time, and unfortunately it was Mean Gene this time. But
all right, moving right along. You wanted to talk a little bit about what you saw this week on WWE?
Absolutely. For those who were watching SmackDown, Becky Lynch calling out a hair John Cena. Hair not as good as mine or John's. But
I'll never understand people with hair. They just say the dumbest things. Sorry, go ahead.
All right, calling her the man. See, the thing about this is, now that she's calling out John Cena, are we going to have a John Cena versus Becky Lynch? Or are we going to have a Becky Lynch versus a man, maybe?
No, that sounds to me like one of these. It has the makings of a mixed tag match. I wouldn't be surprised to see Braun Strowman come in or someone of that nature.
Against her or with her?
No, with her. Oh. Against John Cena and
Nikki Bella.
Nikki Bella. Or what's the big girl's name? The Rock's cousin?
Oh, Nia Jax.
You know what? I don't care what anyone says.
She is hot.
Thank you. She is hot, right? Yes, she's a big girl. Yes, she doesn't have that. She's just something about her.
Give me some syrup.
Yeah. She's very beautiful.
Speaking of syrup, she laid it on. Remember, she busted her face when she was supposed to against was it Rousey?
Oh yeah.
That was pretty. I like that. So actually, look at you, John. Already building stories.
Hey, you know what?
Vince McMahon, who?
Give me a call. I work cheap. All right. That said, oh yeah, you sound like that idiot Sean Black. Anyway, so what else is going on in WWE?
Oh, besides that?
Yeah.
Well, what else isn't going on?
Oh, you know what?
Rousey running strong. I mean, obviously Roman Reigns losing it. We've been off for a little bit, so I'm trying to figure out who their number one guy is going to be. Obviously, Brock Lesnar is still going to be Brock Lesnar. All the makings are happening, and then we got this new company coming up. Where actually saw AJ Styles might be leaving All In. I believe it's called All In Wrestling.
Yeah, isn't that the one with that Cody Rhodes and them put together?
Yes, exactly. And I think that's going to be hot. The only thing is pulling all that. One, I know they're going to have
the Elite, isn't it? Is it called the Elite?
Yeah, Kenny Omega.
What is it?
All Elite Wrestling.
All Elite. Oh, jeez, what a lame name for such a good product.
I think it's going to be good. I mean, when All In,
All Elite. All Elite or Elite? Elite means the very best.
Mm-hmm.
All the
so
very best?
The best, yeah.
All right.
I mean, when they ran last year...
Is that like the Be the Elite type of thing? Is that why they're doing it All Elite? Why don't they call it Be the Elite?
Well, because the Elite's already a group. It's the Bullet Club with Kenny Omega and the Young Bucks.
Right.
In Japan.
And Hangman Page?
I don't think he's part of... Is he? He is.
Yeah.
Oh, so that group right there.
I have cable now.
You do?
Yeah.
Access TV, you catch it.
Yep.
Fridays?
That's NJPW.
Yeah.
Nobody says NJPW. Everyone says New Japan. It's probably faster. Fewer syllables.
Okay. But anyways, Cody Rhodes did run last year. It was a really good card. Really hot match. He won the NWA title that night from Nick Aldis, I believe, formerly known as someone from TNA. I forgot his name.
Okay, that said, so now here's the
Magnus.
Magnus who?
That was the name in TNA. Magnus.
Oh, okay. Here's the interesting thing. I heard Jim Cornette talking about it with on his podcast with Conrad. What's his last name? Conrad. Anyway, they were talking how Cody Rhodes and his organization. First, it was All In, and now it's called the Elite. Okay, they've been able to sell out the Madison Square Garden. They sold out. Was it the Chicago? The one in Chicago.
The Hammerstein.
Is that what it was? The Hammerstein? What? No, that wasn't what you. Anyway, they've been able to sell out these places. Why are you making that face?
Because he did not sell out the Madison Square Garden. That was Ring of Honor, and New Japan sold out.
That's right. Okay. Anyway, they're sold out on their tickets. Where are they having this show? The Elite.
I'm not too sure.
They've managed to sell these out without television. All right. So what does that say? It tells us two things. One, the WWF, while they've always been on the cusp of technology and media, multimedia, and all that, they're worried about the ratings flagging. Everyone's talking about only this many million people watch WWE now, whereas a couple years ago there was 3 million. Now there's 2 million. Next week, they have zero TV viewers, and they're still able to turn a profit. Now, granted, they're not on tour; they're doing it at a one show. And they don't have house shows. They don't have a lot of different a monthly pay-per-views. At a monthly pay-per-view, right? But what's starting to happen is you're seeing that change to where they're going to de-emphasize the television programming in order to run a wrestling program that is, I don't know what, I guess snippets, right? So what you're going to have to do, like, let's say you're not interested in Nikki Bella and John Cena, right? Say you want to see Nia Jax and you'll be able to fast forward past whatever it is and watch that. So now they're going to have to start programming their wrestling cards accordingly. So that should be interesting to see what kind of shape that takes as well. And I'm still one thing I've never been able to understand, because now that you can forego the commercial ads in wrestling programming.
Well, who watches it live? I've never watched Raw, SmackDown now in current technology now. I never watched it live.
You never, well, SmackDown, Raw's what, 25 years old? 25 years old, and before that it was called Primetime Wrestling. I watched it when Bobby Heenan and Gorilla Monsoon used to host it. And, if you've been watching it that long, you're probably still watching it on TV, right? Very true. So, but
you got cable now.
I do have cable, but I still haven't figured out how to save and then well, here's the problem. All right, it's not cable. It's Dish TV, right? Okay. So Monday Night Raw comes on. Okay, it comes on at 8 o'clock. I put it on. I only get an hour of it because they're showing me that. Yeah, I was like, what the hell?
But that's where you get all the blood, because if they show West Coast, they black and white.
In any case, okay, so things like that, things I'm so. My point was, when they do that, when they start eliminating the TV ads, right? Because it's going to happen. Are you going to start seeing more people with a situation like Brock Lesnar, where it says Jimmy John's on his shorts? You'll notice wrestling has never embraced that kind of sponsorship, right? You look at boxing, MMA. There was a big to-do about Reebok and the UFC. But if you watch boxing, they got that shit all over their stuff. MMA, any other card other than the UFC, the guys have NASCAR. To a smaller extent, if you watch,
even basketball, football, they all have the.
They have the little Nikes or whatever. But if you watch, what's the most popular sport in the world?
Soccer.
Exactly. They have those things on, Red Bull and all that stuff all over on the front of the jerseys. So pretty soon, you may see that happening. Okay, let's say I'm Vince McMahon. And who's their big sponsor? Slim Jim. I know it's not Slim Jim. Let's say Slim Jim. All right, now I'm going to say, okay, well, we don't have TV ads anymore. Freddie, why don't you wear a Slim Jim robe to the ring and have Slim Jim on the bottom of your shoes, Slim and Jim, so that when you bump, you can see Slim Jim. So that's something to think about. So if you're out there, give me a call. I have all kinds of stupid ideas like this.
And he works cheap.
Yes.
Can you rent you?
What's that?
Can you rent you?
No.
It's a rental. Not a rental.
Yeah, not a rental.
Well, right now we have Brian Chastney watching, Adam Woods, Tom Dupree's watching, boy Andre, of course.
Yo, Dre!
Azrael's watching the show.
Oh, hi, Azrael. You enjoying the show? Wish you were here, man.
And Jessica Sky is leaving you a lot of messages.
There you go, John.
Jessica, hi Jessica Sky. Hopefully you can see us. I told you today that we would be on. We're on. Let's get to. Did you have anything else on your things to talk about?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, real quick, we throw this out because the fight was real quick. Floyd Mayweather against so and so for 20
Showed
seconds.
him a fight.
I think he was a pro wrestler.
It was a real fight. He was a kickboxer.
It was a kickboxer.
I don't believe you.
This small Asian guy, it was supposed to be a kickboxer.
Well, it wasn't. It was 20 seconds of
The guy was flopping on the. It was like a sparring match. He
Oh,
made
yeah.
$9 million off that.
So Mayweather doing Mayweather things, and then we had the Cyborg and Nunez.
Oh, you know what? Let me talk about that. I don't like to talk about MMA on a wrestling show just because, it doesn't. In any case, I watched that whole card. I was bored to tears the whole card, and I was very, very unhappy with the Gustafsson-John Jones fight.
I was drunk.
Yes, I expected a lot more out of Alexander Gustafsson, and frankly, no. I expected much less from John Jones, and I got the opposite, and it made for a poor fight. But I will go down and tell you right now, the fight with Cyborg and Amanda Nunez, that was the best 1-minute fight I've ever seen in my life. It was fantastic, and you know what? It was a perfect example of two fighters, women, men, doesn't matter. Two fighters getting in the ring and fighting with everything they had for as long as they could, and you didn't see that from the Gustafsson Jones fight. So my hats off to Amanda Nunez and Cyborg too, because frankly I knew Amanda would probably win, but boy, not like that. I thought she was going to beat her on the ground or something like that. So that was good to see.
What was that being said?
Are you chewing gum?
No.
Okay.
Shout out to our sponsor OCCW, which is coming up January 12th. Cage Match 3. Main event. We're talking Gusten Uberstud versus B.A. Marcus Frey, one half of the franchise players with a Z.
Yes, two A's and a Z.
Now, for those who don't know, where's Othello? What happened to Othello, right? Well, Othello suffered an injury such as Freddie Flores himself, but his is much more severe.
Othello tore the meniscus in his right knee. He is unable to really even walk without a cane. He's going in for some medical treatment tomorrow. We want to wish him the best. Good luck, big man, on your healing process. And that forces us to have to do the unthinkable, and that's hold up the OCCW heavyweight title. If we knew how long he was going to be out, we could just delay it. If we knew he was coming back, we could have an interim title like a lot of places do, but he may be done. I don't know. Do you know?
Hopefully not.
I hope not too. He made a lot of money. He did a lot of good things for OCCW. But he hopefully he can come back and reclaim his title. But because there's so much uncertainty, we're forced to hold the title up. Now someone asked me, well, why don't you do a one-night tournament? I'm like, one-night tournament? Oh my God! By the time that thing ends, right, the guy whoever wins, it'll become a war of attrition rather than a true competitive match, right? It's like who's left standing rather than So we took Gusten Uberstud by virtue of his pinfall victory at the end of the world, and Marcus Frey, who Othello was able to pick his successor, and so we went there with that. So for the OCCW heavyweight title, you have Gusten Uberstud against B.A. Marcus Frey in the steel cage. Don't miss that.
We also have two more title matches on the card, and GCF is putting up their title on the line.
Yeah, I want to talk about that in a minute. Let's talk about the tag team title, shall we? Now I know you're injured, right? And you were a former OCCW
two-time former
tag team.
Longest reigning two-time former tag team champion.
Longest reigning, first bilingual tag team.
Mucho bueno.
Two-time
tacos.
Longest reigning tag team champions. La Raza.
Indeed.
Now you're injured as well. You've torn your shoulder, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, and this will go to the current tag team champion, Team Exodus, where Tony Reyes just threw me off the top turnbuckle onto the ring apron, onto the floor simultaneously. Don't ask me how that happened.
How do you hit the ring apron and the floor simultaneously?
Right. I don't know. And his partner being Bulletproof, who, by the way, is not bulletproof.
Hey, let's not make any veiled threats on our show.
I'm
okay?
not saying
You said, "Oh, I don't think he's bulletproof." What is that? What
said
does
he's
that
not.
lead? What?
Who's bulletproof?
If you put that in a hip hop song, people would know exactly what you meant.
They put that in hip hop songs
Okay,
already.
well then they know exactly what you meant. So let's not talk like that.
And versus Mikey O'Shea and Azrael, who have teamed up before against the franchise players, who put up hell of a fight. And I believe that was at 1, 2, 3 Exodus. You're supposed to say it with me.
1, 2, 3 Exodus.
At the same 1, 2, 3, and then we both say Exodus. At the same
I don't want an Exodus.
Okay.
I want people. I want my people to stay.
Absolutely. Well, the show was called Exodus.
Yes, it's because people were talking about, hey, we're gonna ruin OCCW by taking the wrestlers away and lying to them and telling them that you're getting paid in meatball sandwiches and bullshit like that. So, Team Exodus is still here. Why are you sighing?
No,
What are you sighing
I
about?
was laughing.
So, cunning Tony Ray's bulletproof against one of OCCW's own most beloved professional wrestlers in Mikey O'Shea and Azrael, who just started coming up out of nowhere.
You know, an interesting thing about Azrael, he had so many people. He said some of the most inflammatory things. All right, here's an interesting thing, and correct me if I'm wrong. He would say inflammatory things about immigrants, families of immigrants, people with gender inequalities, pretty much anybody to the right of, was it the red states, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he had a huge following. For some reason, it's like, wait a minute, there's other people that think like that? And then he kind of backed off, eased off on his stances, which everyone can do. I mean, heck, Ronald Reagan used to be a Democrat. And now he's got even more followers. So now he's got both sides of the aisle hooping and hollering about him. The man is enigma. I don't understand just how he's able to reach into so many hearts and minds.
On a personal note, Azrael's one of the most entertaining gentlemen out there that I've had the pleasure of being in the ring with, being on the opposite corner. But yeah, I mean, maybe he opens his mouth when everyone else is afraid to. I don't get it. I myself.
Sounds like someone else we're talking about, but go ahead.
Feels very point. Long story short, Team Exodus versus the team of Mikey O'Shea and Azrael for the OCCW Tag Team titles in a
The
cage.
steel cage, that's right. Once again, all matches will be in the steel cage. And if you've never been to a steel cage match, by all means, come see it. I know you say, oh, well, I watch UFC, that's in a cage. This is a little different. This is a square cage, and it's right. There's no barriers to protect. The cage becomes a weapon.
Exactly.
No
You can use a weapon.
disqualification. There's no countouts. It just goes until we have a winner.
And just a quick reminder, last year, a packed house, show up early so you can get a seat. Because last year, John and I were building chairs out in the back.
That's true. That's not too far.
I'm not bullshitting. We had to find chairs for people out in the woodworks. Come early.
Yeah, I had to take the chairs from all the people who had comps, had to give up their seats for people who were buying tickets. Sorry, that's just the way it is. The boys in the back, I had to take their chairs and use that. So, boys in the back, right? Those of you who are wrestling, bring your own damn chairs just in case. Lawn chairs, fold them up. Those real cool ones there that they fit in your backpack.
Drop 'em.
Yeah. Okay, I want to get to this next match because we have them here. We
Absolutely.
have Freddie Havoc. Last week we had Freddie Helmuth. This week, to rebut his inflammatory statements, we have the Chiver, Freddie Havoc. So, if you would be so kind, Freddie, where's the extra chair for him?
Yeah, it's sitting down here somewhere.
All right, come on in. Without any further ado, Freddie Havoc. There's the wooden one downstairs by the locker room. Can you grab one of y'all grab that, please, so that our friend. So we're gonna stall for time as we do this.
Well, remember, you got the name right this time. Remember last week you did called
Helmuth. Yes, last week I called Helmuth Havoc, and he almost spit all over me, but he didn't have anything to put in his mouth to spit on me anyway. Incorrigible, or what they call deplorable.
How do you spell that?
Which one?
Both.
B-O-T-H. What a stupid question.
No! No clap. Don't get this guy. Come on, this guy wears a hat all day.
When do doors open?
The door, okay, thank you. That is Cage Match 3. It should be on the screen behind us. Cage Match 3. All right?
They open at 6:30.
Doors open at 5:30. The bell time is at 6 p.m. All right, that is at American Legion Post 716 and 3252 Floresta Street, Los Alamitos, California. I should have this memorized by now. Okay, yes. Cage match 3. That big dude there, that's Othello, right? Without any further ado, let's bring in Freddy the Chiver Havoc. Hey! Let me scoot down a little bit. All right.
First off, Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, Mr. Chiver
Hi,
himself.
it's a pleasure.
Freddy Havoc.
Pleasure.
Front of you now. Okay. So Freddy Havoc for the 1, 2, 3, 6th, 7th maybe in the past year.
It's a third match.
Third
it's
match?
a rubber match. It's down to one fall apiece. Each one of them have won a match, and we actually added a very special stipulation. Am I having a? Why do I look like I have hepatitis? I'm all jaundiced.
What were you doing, John? You got hepatitis.
Special stipulation.
We have a special stipulation for this Havoc Chiver or Havoc Helmuth match, and that is unlike all the other matches which are pinfall or submission, this will be the only match on the card. This is what we call an old school Mid-South match with the old school Mid-South rules. Over the top or out the front door. No pinfalls, no submission, no disqualification, no counting out, no quitting. You either go out the door or over the top to win this match. Now, a lot has been said, hey, why are you putting those guys in the ring? You know, they're just you know, light bulb Federation wrestlers, blah, blah, blah. I'm saying these guys not only give it all they've got, you know those fluorescent tubes that people jump through?
Oh,
you know what I mean? All right?
I get it.
You know.
Okay.
And I said, no, I've seen this man work out, right? He didn't just train in the front yard, what do they call it, front yard wrestling, backyard wrestling?
Backyard
That's nonsense. This man is a legitimate pro, right? And he's tough as nails. I'm sorry, did I say something wrong?
No.
Okay, so I will let him in his own words describe to you why he insisted on having an over the top or out the front door, or was it the back door? Front door. Out the front door, right? Ladies and gentlemen, the Chiver.
I think we figured out why he has hepatitis. The back door.
You can get hepatitis from that?
Oh shit! I better go get myself checked.
So, first of all, you are correct, John. We added this stipulation. We added it for one reason. We need to have a winner.
Yeah.
You know, at the end of the world, I pinned him 1, 2, 3. He wasn't happy. He took, you know, this kendo stick chair. I can't even remember what it was, but he took one of those two things, and I remember him beating me down. Not only that, he injured my knee, so my knee was a little, you know, messed up at the end of that match. I had to get help to the back, which is very rare. So I give him the props for finally having somebody help me to the back. So why are we doing this over the top or through the cage door? Like I said, we need to have a winner, and the only way someone's going to win is when somebody's laid out on the ground. We don't want to do the last man standing because it's kind of the same damn thing. But at the end of the day, someone's going to have to either crawl their asses out or they're going to have to climb the cage over the top, and it's the only way it's going to have to be done.
You know, you guys have, you know, a history not just at OCCW, but, you know, these are two entities that have been circling each other in the independent scene for quite a while. Is there any chance that that you guys could come to terms and just, you know, kind of bury the hatchet after this?
You know, honestly, I don't even know. I don't know if that is even possible. I've had many matches with many guys in the independent scene. A lot of these guys, at the end of the day, they may not like me at the end of the night, but they will respect what I do in that ring. And that's something Freddy has not done. You know, I'm not here to prove that I'm the toughest guy. I'm not here to prove that I'm the most athletic guy, that I can do flips and I can do this and I can do that. I tell everybody the same thing. I'm a simple guy. I go in there, I just go in there to fight. At the end of the day, he's either going to respect me or not. But I tell you this, at the end of that night, win or lose, he's not going to forget what I did to him, and he's going to respect the fact that I beat the hell out of him. He did the same back, and at the end of the night, one of us had to walk out in some form.
You know what? I completely understand your point of view. I've had similar situations where there was only one way to finish it, and that was to fight to the end. And you know, when people say, "Why are you putting that third match on?" Because these guys are men and they deserve to settle the problems as such. I don't want to hear any excuses after this. Not from Havoc, not from Helmuth, not from anybody. So when this is done, I just want you to know that this is going to be done. And those of you who are coming to see, don't miss it, because you're not going to see these guys do this sort of thing again.
No, I'm going to give the parent show a warning right now. Don't expect
No. Bring your kids. Bring your kids.
No. Bring them. But I'm being honest with you. This is going to be a fight. This isn't going to be a wrestling match. This isn't going to be oh, let's go in there and prove who's strong. This is going to be a fight. We're going to prove to one another that who is the better man. Like I said to everybody, win, lose, definitely not a tie. Someone's going to win, someone's going to lose, and this is going to be it.
All right. Well, I wish you luck, my friend. All right. We will see you at Cage Match 3. Freddie Havoc versus Freddie the Chiver. I'm sorry, Freddie the Chiver helmet versus Freddie Havoc.
Wow.
You know what? No, here's the problem, right? Freddie Flores here keeps making things very difficult. The Chiver, Freddie Havoc versus Freddie Helmet. I was trying to think of a good name.
I got it.
All right.
Freddie.
Hey, look, I'm gonna write a check for every time I misspell your name or give you the wrong one. Okay. There you go. Cash that in, get yourself
real
something
quick.
nice.
He mentioned something last week, saying that, oh, I don't have any fans, and it's all family that comes out and supports me. Let me tell you something, Helmuth. I may not have fans like you say I do, but I have one thing that matters the most, and that's the support of my friends and family and the fans that I do have. I got some flying in as far as San Jose, coming down for this fight.
Look,
they're coming down from San Jose. They're coming up from San Diego.
All the way from San
They're coming in
Jose.
from Arizona. They're coming here because they want to see this end. They've seen everything on YouTube. They've seen everything we've posted. They've seen the bittering wars that we have on Facebook, the back and forth, and they're tired of it. And let me tell you this. I fight for the underdog. I've always been the underdog. That's what the Chivers do, is we fight for underdogs. That night I'm going in as the underdog because I've been out of wrestling for so many years, and I'm coming back trying to prove something not to you, but to me. And to prove to all the people out there that follow me, that support me, the underdogs, that even they can follow their dreams and they can do something. That's what's going to drive me that night.
well, thank you. That's some powerful words from a motivated individual. Good luck on January 12th.
Thank you.
And I can speak to the fact that this man doesn't just have friends and family coming out. This guy makes me draws more interest than just about anybody on the card, and you'll see that come Cage Match. All right.
Real quick, big shout out to Mindy Hinojosa.
I love you, girl.
Paul Stitz. I love you, girl.
Hey,
Destination 6 is actually watching us.
Oh, how nice.
Mama.
Destination 6. Hey, I just want to say I have your back. I read that article. The guy's a punk. He doesn't know what he's talking about. Destination 6, I wish you all the best, and I give you love.
Nicolette Marie's watching.
Hi, Nicolette.
And Ricky Rosas. I guess I should pronounce it.
Ricky Rosas. Oh, hey, man. Long time no talk.
Real quick, Destination 6 is running a... There we go.
Oh, you can it's okay. Yeah, you can talk.
Mr. Impact Memorial Show, January 19th. All the proceeds are going to go to his family, to his kids. Again, I knew Mike very shortly a few years ago. One of the nicest guys. He welcomed me with open arms. Never, ever have I met somebody who welcomed me as much as he did. And, for what happened going there, as you know, I myself am part of that show.
Are you?
I am part of the show.
But you signed an exclusive non-compete.
It's a different Freddie Flores.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
I know.
Wait,
right?
what? You're not you?
Who knows? Long story short, 2 p.m. is when the doors open. 2 p.m. is when the show starts. Everything, it's going to be whatever you want to get.
2 p.m. What night is that?
It's a Saturday.
So, how about this? Those of you who read D6, that's Mama Impact and his brother, right?
Yeah, Chris.
Okay, send us something that we can put up on the screen so that, we can have it. And how about this? Come down next week, be on the show, and we can talk about it then. Or come set up a booth at our next show, and you can go that route. In any case, get in better touch, and we'll go from there.
We got.
All right.
Oh, damn.
I'll let you call this one.
Oh. We don't need security, do we?
Ladies and gentlemen, it is not my pleasure, but I will do it anyways. I welcome you one half of the OCCW Tag Team Champions, Tony Reyes.
My former tag team partner. How you doing, Tony?
It is just not two people. I just don't like Tony anymore.
Well, you know what? I don't appreciate him trying to spread those rumors about me, trying to get other people to leave my Fed so that your gimmick Fed can somehow, use my wrestlers. Talk to me about that. Why did they even let you in here?
Why do you think? Because I am a tag team champion right here at Orange County Championship Wrestling. So last time I checked,
It's okay. It'll be all right.
Last time I checked, you can't find anybody to beat me, John. For weeks, months, and for over a year since I left you lane. You've been trying to get somebody, so now you're calling on your old faithful, right? You're gonna bring Mikey O'Shea? Really? Mikey O'Shea? And Danny?
No, Azrael.
Are you kidding me?
Hey, they're the number one contenders by virtue of how they did it in their last match. I don't see you guys beating them, Tony, and I certainly don't see you guys doing enough damage to me online and in social media to make my Fed fall apart or for me to lose money. In fact,
you know what? I'm going to be honest with you, John. I don't want your Fed to lose money, but you know what? I want my cut, and I want my meatball sandwiches.
well, you know what? Since apparently I only pay you in meatball sandwiches, but unlike some people, you can't get 2 of those big meatballs and fit them in your mouth like the last guy. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to tell you this. We're going to have tamales instead. Mama Della O is out of town, so she's not able to make those meatball sandwiches. You don't like tamales? What are you, white? Oh, that's right. Anyway,
Racist.
I'm not racist. I'm ethnocentric. There's a difference. Look it up. Look, I'll tell you what. I'm going to do. If you win this title, I will give either of you a crack at the winner of the Goose and Uberstud Marcus Frey title match. How about that?
All I gotta do is beat Mikey O'Shea again. Or Azrael again. Hey, Azrael, how many times did I cost you those titles? 2, 3.
Look,
Really? And you expect them to mesh?
are you going to say anything here? You want to help me out?
I'm not comfortable at the moment.
Yeah, you shouldn't be. Especially wearing that tie. Oh my. Hey, Monkey, zoom in on this. It's horrible.
No, it's a nice tie. His wife made that for him.
Floral time.
It's floral or coral?
It's floral.
Floral?
I'm not gonna do that again.
It's flowers.
It's Freddie Flores.
But
Oh, I see Freddie Flores. I get it.
I'll even tell you what. February 2nd, when
Okay.
3PW runs their show,
Yeah, February 2nd.
I'll let you come down with your next flyers and you can pass them out there to my crowd.
You mean with my flyer and pass it out to your crowd? One flyer? Look, don't you be trying to get some shameless plug on my show about your Fed, or I'll start sending people over there telling lies and say, well, you know, Tony Reyes pays them in cheeseburgers, right? Bullshit lies like that.
Pepperoni pizza,
Okay,
pal.
there you go.
Get it right.
All right.
Moonshine.
Hold
Yeah.
on, what Fred are we talking about 3PW?
Yes.
Oh.
Running February 2nd?
Yes. No.
That's exactly what we're talking about.
And it's not running at the Lakewood Legion Post, is it?
Yes,
They
in fact
absolutely
it
are.
is.
Now, what do I
Over by
gotta do to
Parkcrest
get?
Park.
I wonder what I got to do to get that shut down.
Woodruff.
All right.
No, wait,
Well.
This is breaking down. Remember, look, it's not the same.
Hi, Sean. Good to see you, buddy.
Get in the shot. Oh, God, good to see you.
What up,
too, Mike.
Tony?
Hey, you guys.
You think you can run your mouth because you're the OCCW
All right.
You don't think I don't watch this crap?
Oh, wow, you got at least one viewer.
I'll tell you what's going to happen. This month is going to be a beautiful start for my career in 2019. Because not only do I got a heavyweight title shot at Destination 6, I also got a tag team title shot against your ass.
Stop rubbing your balls
So
on my
guess
back.
what?
Are you still mad that I took it?
Bulletproof is gonna be the appetizer. I'm gonna toss his ass around a little bit for the first 15 minutes of that ring. Then secondly, you're gonna be the main course because I haven't forgotten what you did to me nearly 3 years ago. Because sure as hell, you aren't the only one with balls that actually took the title from me. It took more than one of you to beat me. You can't get the job done by yourself, and I'm going to prove it again January 12th. And I apologize for all the spit that's coming out of my mouth.
That's okay. I got a hat on. You're good.
I don't.
Oh, you got glasses.
Family Guy reunion.
Family Guy reunion. For those of you not in the know, that was the urban juggernaut. I'm sorry. No. The Irish juggernaut.
Oh my God, no! No! No!
Wait! Burn!
I didn't mean to burn you like that. I would never call you that. That just was a slip. I'm sorry.
I think you just did.
I think you need some counsel, brother.
Yeah, some anger management. Creating my own reality.
Can you
nice to see you, Irish Juggernaut. I'm gonna pay you in meatball sandwiches, right? But unlike that other guy, you can't fit 2 meatballs in your mouth at the same time.
Here's some olives.
All right. Well, it sounds to me like Mikey O'Shea's pretty motivated. He wants to take that title, and it sounds like you got your work cut out for you.
He's more than welcome to try.
Okay. He looks
Right,
like
here's
he's
the
lost
thing.
some weight too.
Here's the thing you got to remember, and like I said from day one, Exodus isn't the end. It's just the beginning. And we proved that when we took the titles.
You just better watch yourself. You lose those titles, you may lose your space here. So tell us again about 3PW, just in case someone might want to go see it.
Might.
Everybody wants to see it. It's going to be the hottest thing. We got D'Lo Brown coming in, folks. Don't want to miss this guy.
Don't let him powerbomb English.
Oh, hey. Go on.
D'Lo Brown.
We're going to have your very own Gusten Uberstud.
Stud.
However you want
I
to
would
say
figure a redneck like you would want to pronounce German names properly.
Wow.
I don't know what that means.
And you tell me you're not a racist.
I'm ethnocentric. How many times we got to go on about
Ethno, what,
that?
How do you spell that, John?
Ethno. E-T-H-N-O.
Can I get-
Centric. C-E-N-T-R-I-C.
I'm gonna find out.
How many points is that worth on Scrabble?
We also have
Words with friends. Go on.
Lois Grain versus Mariah Moreno for the Vixens title. A women's division, something that you don't know anything about!
No, you're right. I don't have a women's division. That's true.
Now, I can't go in about any more of the card right now, only because it hasn't been announced on social media yet.
To verify John's story, ethnocentric means evaluating other people's and their cultures according to the standards of one's own culture.
Ethnocentric,
To-
not racist.
One's own testicles. So much.
Oh, culture.
See, he's going to be sad that we
Speaking
don't
of
have meatball
testicles,
sandwiches.
I believe that's February 2nd. Saturday, doors open at 7 p.m.
Doors open at 6:30.
6:30.
And if Tan Bears
Shows
is
us
watching,
7.
come on out and see us, Tan Bears. We've always got space for you, brother. Sorry.
In Long Beach, California, address is 5938 Parkcrest. 3PW. We're talking about D'Lo Brown. Talking about Tony Reyes. We're talking about Gushin Ubersud, I believe, against Wild Horse.
Correct.
Right now,
A real Indian, unlike that 9 bears.
Oh.
9 bears, 8 bears.
Oh, that's racist.
That is
Is he
racist.
tech support casino?
Okay, so, see, that was racist. You see the difference between ethnocentrism
Why is that
and blatant racism?
Well, he said Indian. I'm just wondering. Dot?
Because you disparaged them. You used a stereotype rather than just actually
Hey, how
acknowledge
are you? Hey,
their...
how are you?
Oh God.
What happened to the views of...
The views of Joey the Bull and Tony Reyes are those of Joey the Bull and Tony Reyes only.
You're a bigger
They
racist
do
than
not,
I am.
I am ethnocentric. They do not reflect the views
Yeah,
of Orange
tell
County
them.
Championship Wrestling, or the Royal Ramble, or the Free Admission Channel, or anyone else with any brains in their head. All right, Tony. Well, thank you. Good luck on cage match. No, I picked my nose anyway. We'll see you January 12th, all right? And you tell Bulletproof he better come ready.
Don't worry about us. We got a plan.
I think when Mikey O'Shea came in the studio, he kind of jolted the camera a little bit.
I believe so.
So we probably need this fixed. Next for it.
We're good.
We're too
All
close.
right.
another match on the card is Daniel Moon versus Max X.
Max X, the hardcore
Hold on a second.
Kamikaze.
stalwart kamikaze against Daniel Moon, the technical wizard from MPW.
MPW.
Yeah, he's definitely ready for Max X. I anticipate an outstanding high-flying match from those two, or maybe just a technical ground game. You never know. It could even turn into a brawl, although I think Daniel Moon is probably a little bit beyond that.
Would you say he's over the moon?
I would say, yes, he's over Miami, if there were two of them.
Yeah.
All right.
That's good.
All right.
I'm excited about this one just because I know what's gonna happen. It's Vintage Dragon against the Voodoo Master. Now, Vintage Dragon, probably one of the best professional wrestlers in Southern California. He kicked me in the face, and then he took me out last year at the Bushido Cup, and he is also the Bushido Cup winner of last year against against one of the rookies here in Orange County Championship Wrestling in Voodoo Master. It's in a cage.
What am I missing?
Vintage Dragon versus Voodoo Master.
No, I knew that.
Okay, just make.
Why is everyone making weird faces at me?
Nah, Freddie Flores is excited about the beating that Voodoo Master is going to get.
Well, okay, Vintage Dragon is a stalwart and a huge fan of Bill Chew. He's going on against Voodoo Master. You know what? I want to get Vintage Dragon in here and get to the bottom of that, because I'm sure, Vintage Dragon is a hell of a guy, real professional. I did.
Okay.
Sorry. Bill Chew's always been really nice to me, so, maybe it's just, online stuff, I don't know, but I would love to get either one. So if either one of you are watching, please, we'll have you on next week. We'll talk about it. Hey, if you're both watching, we'll have you both on and we can talk about it then. If that's the case, if anybody who knows them, hey, refer them to me and we'll take care of that.
Yeah, I'll have to talk to Bill Chew myself. He had a little beef with me maybe last year.
About what?
Just talking shit about the way I do ring announcing.
Language.
All this crap.
Yeah?
Yeah, so I gotta maybe have, talk with him too. By the way, Simon Lotto, he's watching us right now. I'm hoping I'm not butchering this guy's name. Louis Alfaro.
Louis.
Yeah, he's watching. So
this segment is brought to you by Shasta Cola. Shasta. When you don't have enough money for Pepsi. Shasta.
4-pack, 79 cents.
All right, what else we got?
Speaking of Shasta, this match brought on the card. I think it's going to be.
I wanted to talk about this a little bit.
I think we should bring.
No. We're gonna go.
Okay, go ahead.
Did he already crash the set?
No.
Okay. Bring in who? Okay. All right. Now this is just announced. We have Amazing Junior. If you guys have had a chance to see Amazing Junior wrestle,
it's amazing.
It really is. I mean, when I was telling someone about it the other day, the word amazing kept popping up, and I was like, no, I'm not trying to make him look, trying to get him over. It's the truth. He's really quite special. But Special Junior doesn't have that same kind of ring to it. So, Amazing Junior will be taking on the Gold Coast Federation heavyweight champion, Danny Limelight. Did anybody want to come in and talk about this? Oh, no, look who it is. It is the GCF. Are you the owner, commissioner? Are you chewing gum?
I'm chewing gum. I'll swallow.
That's what I heard. Anyway,
You got it.
scoot over this way.
Did you just say he swallows?
Yes.
No, that's the other
Okay.
owner. I reject.
I'll get that. There you go.
There we go. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Joseph Saint.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely, Joseph. Nice to meet you. One half of.
A nice wristband, by the way. I like that bracelet. Okay, let me give you a little bit of background on Joseph Saint and the Gold Coast Federation, right? I had a couple questions I want to ask him first. First, you ran your first show last year.
August.
August, what was the date, 12th?
August 25th.
August 25th, right? At the Westminster Boys and Girls Club, you had your inaugural show. Did you crown a champion that show?
We did. Danny Limelight won the SoCal Championship.
The SoCal Championship, Heavyweight Championship. You have tag team champions?
Not yet.
Not yet. And then you ran your second show at the Della O Jiu-Jitsu Training Center, right? Courtesy of yours truly, and it was a fantastic show. Talk about your next show. When is it? Where is it? And what is it?
Our next show is Maximum Carnage, March 3rd, from the Della O Jiu-Jitsu.
He said it right.
Center.
All right, yeah. So they're gonna be posting a show now. Tell us a little bit about who you have on that show, and
Danny Limelight is going to be defending his SoCal Championship against Uptown Andy Brown.
Question: what if Amazing Junior wins?
Hold on a second. Yeah, I was just gonna say that. How is he gonna defend a title that he has a good 50-50 chance of losing to Amazing Junior?
I mean, his name's Amazing.
He could be, but have you guys seen Danny Limelight?
Absolutely.
Have you
Get your
seen
cameras ready.
And
Mr.
clearly, stop
Get your
being
cameras ready.
And you haven't seen Amazing Junior, have you? I know you didn't see him when he wrestled at our show. But I'm sorry, that was an underrated joke. I know that was shitty. But the man is capable of beating anybody, frankly. So here's what's gonna happen. All right, here's what we're gonna do. I will say to you, if Amazing Junior wins the GCF championship, I will release him from his contract for me for one night only, and he can defend that GCF title at your show for a nominal fee.
I mean, I like it, but there's just no chance. Danny Limelight is our SoCal champ. He's walking in champ. He's walking out champ. In fact, I think I'm going to walk in with him.
You do that. You know, he has that Spider-Man thing going on, right?
He's radioactive.
Yeah.
He's radioactive.
Where is Spider-Man right now? I know he wasn't feeling very well the last time we saw him. And I'm just saying. Yeah, so you just don't put too much, don't put too much faith in the wrong superhero.
Who won at the end of that?
Daniel.
Did Cap? Was Cap standing tall at the end of that?
He was still standing. Where was Spider-Man? I'm just saying, he didn't feel very good the last I talked to him. That said, okay, so you heard it here, Maximum Carnage. Let me get this right. So, your champion is Danny Spider-Man Limelight.
Mm-hmm. Radioactive, Danny.
Radioactive, okay.
Get your cameras ready.
I don't get the camera part. Anyway.
He's good.
But the name of your card is Carnage.
I mean, I'm not going to call it Web of Shadows. It was good, but pointless.
Into the GCF verse?
That's a possibility.
The Wrestleverse? Wrestleverse. I got a name for a card. Wrestleverse.
He's going to take it.
All right. Well, once again, when is that and where is that?
That is March 3rd from the Della O Jiu-Jitsu Training Center.
Now, where can people contact you if they want to purchase tickets or if they want to get more information?
Those are going to be. We're going to put that up later. They're going to be through PurplePass.com.
PurplePass.com. Something I've heard of but haven't quite put into effect yet. So we'll see how that works.
Now, once again, this is Joey the Bull. Now, Simon Lotto said, I'll be there. Is he wrestling at that show, too?
No, he's probably buying a ticket.
Oh, okay. I'm just saying.
Now that he's heard that it's on Purple Pass.
I mean,
that's what he put down, is I'll be there.
That might have been RJ's doing, for what I know. I haven't booked anyone.
And how's your boy healing up? Last show we saw, the guy got a nice shiner in his face.
RJ, our owner, RJ Wallace, punched out my hand-picked wrestler, Gio Amazing. Gio Amazing is healing, and there will be legal action against RJ.
Wow.
I can guarantee.
Wow, that's, for getting punched in the face, you're going to sue someone?
He's an owner. Why is he attacking Talon?
John does it all the time.
I mean...
Because he pissed him off. I mean, look. Here's the thing. And if people got punched in the mouth more often, they'd be less likely to put stuff on social media and whatnot. You know what I mean? So, I just think, like if I punched Mikey O'Shea in the mouth, right? Well, probably wouldn't hurt him too bad. I wouldn't sue him
because he's
an
Irish juggernaut, right?
Right, the Irish juggernaut. Okay, well, I want to tell you. Did you have anything else you wanted to talk about, or anything you wanted to add to the show? Let me get your who do you think's gonna win in the? Hey, can you turn that down, please?
Trying to.
Daniel Moon Max X.
Daniel Moon Max X. Who you got?
We've had Max X on our card twice before. I've seen what he's capable of. I'm gonna have to go with Max X on that one.
Oh wow, picking over Daniel Moon, the veteran. All right, very good.
Vintage Voodoo Master.
That is a tough one.
You are insane.
Yes.
What is wrong with you?
I've seen them both.
What is wrong with you?
You are insane.
Hold on a second. Hold on. Let's not sell anyone short. Voodoo Master trains every day here in the ring. How would you know you're never here?
With Nicolette.
And he's got Nicolette in his corner. And Nicolette has been trained by, some pretty sneaky people. So anything's possible with her in your corner. And Vintage Dragon, last I heard, had, a bit of a wandering eye. And, certainly Nicolette is the type of person who can distract you.
It's Vintage
She make
Dragon.
Elizabeth look like Sapphire.
It's Vintage Dragon.
That's what I said.
I know, but it's Vintage against Voodoo Master.
Yes, with Nicolette in the corner.
In a cage.
Oh.
No.
A Mexican versus a Nicaraguan. That's like Nicaragua. That's where he's from.
Nicaragua. Alright, let's just vintage.
Okay.
Got it. Got it, Saint. Cool. Alright.
So who are you taking in Danny Limelight versus Amazing Jr.?
He already said it.
Oh, you did, didn't he? All right.
Twice.
Team Exodus versus Mikey O'Shea and Azra. Pretend like none of them are here.
None of them.
I've dealt with them all.
Twice.
Tony is on a roll right now. Tony is.
He's usually on a roll. No, I'm just kidding. You know
But
what?
see, it's Tony and Bulletproof against two, I would say, well-rounded, almost, you might even say.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and Mikey O'Shea and Azrael, who've been here for a while.
Yes, they used to host a show with me.
How about wrestling?
So who do you like, Team Exodus or Mikey O'Shea and Azrael?
Tag team titles, mind you, steel cage.
Team Exodus is the solid tag team going into this. Mikey and Azrael are on again, off again.
Well, that's some good, interesting points. That's true. That's true. All right. Havoc versus Helmuth.
I saw their last match. Havoc.
Havoc. All
All
right.
right. Pretend he's not here too. Okay.
All right, and the main event, Gusten Ubershoot versus B.A. Marcus Ray for the vacant OCCW heavyweight title in a steel cage in Los Alamitos, American Legion Post 716, January 12th.
Tickets.
Sorry for slamming the table.
Yeah, will you please stop that? It shakes everything, and you look at. We're gonna have weird stuff going on again.
I apologize.
Yeah, it's like that. But we're gonna start. Thanos is gonna start. People are gonna start going away. Okay, you gonna answer that question there?
You know, Houston's music was stuck in my head for a week after the last show. His entire entrance is one of the catchiest damn things I've seen in recent
Yummy,
memory.
yummy.
Yeah.
The yummy. I'm going Gusten.
Really? But you know what? To be fair, Marcus Ray has a really good one. Who is that? That's the sound of the police. That's is it cool? Not
KRS.
Yeah, KRS-One. That's right. That's right. So you're taking Gusten
I'm
Ubershoot?
taking Gusten.
Wow. So yeah, you know, that's a real even match. It's hard to say who would be the favorite and who would be the underdog for the vacant OCCW heavyweight title. I want to thank you. Here's your parking pass.
Thank you.
All right, and we will see you.
Saint.
We'll see you again as the show comes closer. Maybe bring in some of your guys.
Now, real quick, John, I wanted to kind of get in on this real quick. So Gusten Ubershoot, who came from the East Coast, is working over here, but we got a younger B.A. Marcus Ray, who's been training with Othello. Not even hurt. They're still training hard. I'm just trying to figure out, do you think Othello's instilled any of his Othelloisms in B.A. Marcus Ray? Because
Othelloisms? I mean, you know, Othello's biggest asset is his size and strength, not to mention his ability to move around the ring. I don't know how you can put someone's size and strength into someone else.
yes, but the thing is, B.A. Marcus Ray in himself is a big guy. He's bigger than Ubershoot, and they've been in the ring before.
Yeah, they
Is that
have.
all right?
Yeah, they have. They have.
So I wonder how it's gonna play. Mind you, it's gonna be the cage. It's gonna be one-on-one. I mean, Othello, there's no way of him getting in, is there?
You know, here's the thing about the cage matches. Something always goes off. People have been able to throw in, like when Tony mentioned it this time, when he was here today, when he and I fought the cage, Max Ammo, if you're out there, Max, much love. Max Ammo hit me in the eye with lighter fluid.
That's right.
All right, and then Tony winds up winning that fight. I've seen people, Heidi has thrown her cane through the cage. There's all kinds
Don't
of
forget goldfish.
Oh no, goldfish, mousetraps.
Mousetraps.
Oh, dude, that was a bad idea.
Also yarn.
Legos, right?
Legos.
So there's all these things, all these other factors that the cage just keeps people in. It doesn't really keep anybody out.
Yeah.
So there's that. So what do I think? You know what? It's hard to say. I know that Gusten is a very good technical wrestler. Marcus Frey is a big, strong, aggressive guy, and anything can happen.
Sir, well, I think we got another.
Jeez, will someone lock the damn door? Right?
Hi.
Hello, Freddie. Havoc. Helmet.
Good to see you. So what?
Helmet. How are you, Helmet?
You're not gonna call me Havoc this week?
No, Flores, I'm not. I'm sorry. No.
They call the driver.
Freddie.
You gotta admit, it's a good name.
It's a good name.
What, Freddie?
Yes.
Yeah, look at all the famous Freddies. Freddie Mercury, Freddie... Fender, Freddie,
Classy Freddie Blassie.
Freddie Blassie, sure. And you guys.
Damn right.
So, okay, well, welcome to the show. Thank you for coming. I guess you got our invite that I didn't send.
I just
All right.
Lock the door.
All right. Do you have something you want to add? Is there something you want to tell us about? We just went through the whole card, right? We have some extra matches. All right. How about this? You know, I don't know how you guys didn't manage to pass each other in the hallway, right? But your opponent was just here.
Oh, he's actually here this week. Oh, this is amazing. He actually didn't duck me this week.
Well, he left. I thought you guys might have seen each other on the way in.
Oh, no.
Right?
No.
So,
I don't know how I would miss that ass, but apparently I did.
Oh, shoot.
Jesus Christ. I told you to bring security in. Hey, don't hit the table. Look.
Come on, have it.
No. We are not having this. No. Sit down. I know you're cool. You're not in camera. You're not. Look. Okay. All right. Now put the chair down. That's a rental. I haven't returned that yet. It is. Put that down. Put it down. See the M on it? It's not a D. It's an M. It's not mine. All right. Real simple. Here's what's going to happen. You are not to be near each other the next 10 days. Do you understand this? Yeah, right. This is as close as you're going to get. The first person to lay a hand on the other and the next person to return fire, not only will your entire person be suspended, but your contract will be upheld to where you will not be able to work anywhere else in SoCal. All right, and if you want to try me. All right, I have plenty of lawyers on retainer, and I'm not kidding around. Ask the last person who screwed with me what happened to them. I say something funny?
I want
to use words that were too
hear what you have to say.
He wants to hear what you have to say.
Say it. Say now that I'm here. Say now that I'm here, buddy. Listen, bitch boy.
Hey.
Inside the steel cage, I'm gonna split that head of yours. I'm gonna make your family watch, and I'm gonna leave you laying on your back in a pool of your own damn blood as I walk out of that cage.
Do you think I'm just gonna stand there and let you do those things to me?
I'm gonna
dumbass?
beat the living hell out of you, genius.
Listen to me. I came from a world that loved blood, that loved violence.
Yeah,
you think I'm scared of that?
I've been there. I got the damn scar. I had more blood that night than a damn death match.
You might have been there, but I was born there. So I hope you're ready. Because this is one fight you will not regret or forget, I should say.
He's losing his words. Isn't that lovely?
Because okay, gentlemen.
Have your words.
I don't have words. I don't have words for idiots like you.
When is this taking place there, Helmuth?
Oh, January 12th. American Legion Post 716. A building that I don't know how many times I have to say it. I helped put on the map when it comes to wrestling.
Did you put on the map? Did you? Because I could have sworn it was built there before you even joined wrestling, you dumbass.
Before OCCW was even there, Battleground Pro Wrestling was the first company that ran there. And the only other person on this roster that was there is Mikey O'Shea. The two of us were pillars for Battleground.
Yeah, Battleground. Dog, you still owe me $500. I want it back.
Hey, Foob.
I don't even need the interest. Hi, Foob. Hope you're doing well. Give me my money.
I'm not even going to finish my point.
Good.
I'm tired of hearing your stupid voice. And come January 12th, I'm going to shut that mouth finally.
You haven't shut it yet, have you?
You've
tried.
Yeah, you have.
You've tried.
That's what I
and
said
you haven't
12.
done a damn
What happened at the end of the world?
Frankly, I don't think anyone
What happened at the end of the world?
That ref screwed me, just like you screwed me 7 months prior. This is the whole reason why we're here, because you couldn't do your damn job. And then you took it upon yourself to hit me in the damn eye with my own cane. You saw it.
Do that.
He had it coming. The jackass over here at the show prior to that hit me in the head with the cane. Why'd you do that?
Because you deserved it.
Because I deserved it?
You were a horrible ref. You couldn't do the simplest of jobs.
Hold on. He was an adequate ref. All right. Okay. Enough, gentlemen. Enough talk. Who's it going to be? Is it going to be the Chiver, or is it going to be the Madman from Whittier? Whittier?
Gutters of Southern California.
Thank you.
Yeah, Whittier. So, is it going to be the Chiver, or is it going to be the man from the gutter, right? We'll find out. January 12th at American Legion Post 716. Doors open at 5:30. Bell time's at 6 o'clock. Tickets are $15 pre-sale, $20 at the door. Yes, right there.
Love how my face is the one that's covered
You look
up.
like Othello in that picture.
Stop watching it.
All right.
Ladies and gentlemen, we'll see. Hey, all right. Put the chair down.
We're Jonathan Malice. This is Joe.
No.
And
Chill.
the German Friends.
What would you say?
This is
I'm not allowed to touch him.
LCCW.
You're not.
Royal Ramble.
You're gonna lose your
We'll see you next week.
Did you just
I didn't touch him, did I?